What's up everybody, it's Anthony here from the Motolog, and today we're going to go over why the PW50 just might be the very best starter dirt bike for young kids. The simple fact that the bike is safe, super inexpensive, and really is super versatile as well when it comes to growing and changing with the needs of your child as they get more used to the bike, as they get older and get more comfortable in riding. Let's start by going over some of the really cool safety features that the PW50 comes with right from the factory. Take effect the run and start switch. It might seem pretty odd that a dirt bike has a off, run, and a start position on the switch, but the really neat thing is obviously in the start position, that's the position that you have to have that switch in to start the bike. The bike will not start in the run position. Also, when you're in that start position, that puts the bike into a low power mode, if you will. It only allows the engine to rev so high. So for young kids or kids that are just getting on that bike, if you keep that switch down in that start position, it will allow your child to take it slow, allow them to ride the bike and learn the fundamentals without worrying about it taking off. And then you go ahead and put that switch up in the run position, and that gives it all the power, all the spark advance, however Yamaha tones it down, and it runs as normal. The next cool feature that we'd like to touch base on, and you recognize this if you watched our first episode of our Project PW build, is the throttle limiter screw. Now this set screw is up on the throttle assembly on the handlebars, and what it does is you can twist the set screw in, and that will limit the amount of throttle that the rider can give the bike. So you can run it all the way in, and they'll just have a tiny bit of throttle that they'll be able to give it, or you can turn it out and it'll allow the full use of that throttle. And also the PW is shaft driven, which means less exposed moving parts, that if your little one does happen to fall, you don't have to worry about their fingers or legs or clothing getting caught in a chain and a sprocket. Just one little added nice safety feature that Yamaha decided to put on this bike when they produced it. So now moving on from safety, let's talk about how pretty inexpensive the PW50 is. Now the PW50 has been produced since 1981 all the way up to the current model year in 2020, so it's been around a long time. And the good news is that that bike hasn't really changed a whole lot at all in that 3 decades of production. So that keeps parts cheap. You can always find an older one super cheap if you want to get something to fix up, or you can go get a newer one, and you know that if from brand new to maybe 5 or 6 years old, the bike really hadn't changed a whole heck of a lot with such a long production run. That means that you can usually find parts very easily. Parts will be very readily available from any online parts store or even right at the Yamaha dealer. And lastly, we'd like to touch on how versatile these little bikes really are. Taking fact that right out of the box of bone stock PW50, you can turn it down so the youngest, most unskilled rider can have a safe platform to learn and enjoy on. And you can take that same exact bike, and with some parts and a little bit of elbow grease, you can turn it into a national level winning motocross bike. At the yearly amateur nationals in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee at Loretta Lynn's ranch, they have a class just for the Yamaha PW50. It's the shaft driven class, and there's kids out there turning some really fast, respectable lap times on modified PW50s, and it really doesn't take a whole lot of work in the grand scheme of things. If you're used to working on dirt bikes and racing and putting money into dirt bikes, you know that it can get expensive, and even with the aftermarket parts, the hop-up parts for these little Yamahas, it's really inexpensive. So thanks so much everybody for watching. And please don't hesitate to think about getting a PW50 for your child or the young kids in your life and your family, because it is such a great bike, as we stated in this video. It's so versatile, it's fairly inexpensive, and the bike can grow with the kid, which is just an awesome package. As always, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. If you subscribe, you'll get updates to when our next videos are coming out. We got the second installment of our Project PW coming up really soon, so you don't want to miss that. Hit that subscribe button so you make sure that you don't. Again, have a great day. It's Anthony from the Motolog, and we'll see you soon.